Grace, we're looking to be kind of cloudy so far today. I do think as the sunshine pokes through our atmosphere, that's when temperatures will climb a lot across Kentuckiana. Taking a close look at our currents here downtown Cameron, you can see a barge is making its way through the Ohio River right now, and we are sitting at 70 currently at the airport in Louisville. A little bit of a south breeze is going to be making for kind of that south wind flow today, ushering in the warmer air, of course, but we're not tracking too strong of a wind, which is good news. Here's our temperatures across the metro. Pleasure Ridge Park 72. The coolest air at this hour is actually pocketed across our northeastern communities. Madison 63, but we're all enjoying those readings on either side of 70 degrees, making for a very mild lunch hour here in Kentuckiana. Today actually is the first day, opening day, for the Louisville Bats here in town. 6:35 first pitch. We're watching 80s in our picture. It's not going to be too bad of a forecast here. We're looking pretty nice if you're going to be heading on down to Slugger Field for that game later on today. We are going to be sitting in the lower 80s. Once that sun comes out today, I'm expecting a huge climb in those temperature readings. And keep in mind the record high on this date is 87 degrees here in Louisville. Today, we're only going to get to about 82, but still staying very mild this time of the year. We had some showers and storms this morning that draped across the Ohio River, mainly in southern Indiana. But the good news is most of that activity at this hour is staying well to the northeast of us, mainly clipping southern Ohio. If you have travel plans to the northeast of Louisville heading towards Cincinnati, that's where that thunderstorm activity is at this hour. But you can see as these low pressures are churning in the central plain states, there will be a lot of moisture to be working with as we're seeing blizzard type criteria in the northern plain states. But there's severe weather already impacting Chicagoland right now. Pretty nasty storms looking to be impacting the western suburbs. That whole complex will make its way into our area going into the daytime hours tomorrow. Today, though, the risk is staying to our west, but tomorrow, all of us here in Kentuckiana are included in a 3 out of 5 on the scale of severe weather. This is an enhanced risk, which means widespread severe weather will be possible tomorrow with some of these thunderstorms that do ignite in our atmosphere. Now, here's the deal. Today, sunshine's going to poke through. We'll see those readings well into the upper 70s and lower 80s. Tonight, staying mild, mostly cloudy, but look off to the west. The storms that are firing in the Mississippi Valley today will try and make their way. They'll race into our area. Tomorrow morning, one or two of these might be strong, but I really think that they'll dwindle in intensity as they push their way to the north. We'll see more storms refire here into the early to mid-afternoon, especially more into that 4 or 5 o'clock hour off to the west. As the storms originally organized, they might produce a tornado or two, but as they do form into a line and impact Louisville, we're going to be watching more of a straight-lined wind threat as these storms continue to make their presence known and once again drop rainfall rates up to an inch per hour with these thunderstorms into tomorrow night. Now, look with Futurecast into overnight tomorrow and very early on Thursday. Our southeastern communities might be affected by more showers and a couple more rumbles of thunder. There's our 7-day forecast a little bit closer. Grace tomorrow, a day to stay weather aware. 80 degrees is what we're forecasting. Those storms late into the day, and some of them might be severe before we do quiet down more into Thursday and Friday and much of the weekend.